beautiful and neither have shaved.
You can't believe a knave,
And that is the trouble with knaves.
you can't believe a knave.
The knave of hearts will steal your tarts and claim them as his own. He'll take away your woman and leave you all alone. Knave is an archaic and pejorative term for an unscrupulous man or household servant. Knaves will pave the way for great injustices, and no one is safe, they are the devil's slaves.
You can't believe a knave,
And that is the trouble with knaves.
you can't believe a knave. You can't believe a knave,
And that is the trouble with knaves.
you can't believe a knave. You can't believe a knave,
And that is the trouble with knaves.
you can't believe a knave.
Can't believe a knave.
Conversation. Conversation has. Conversation. Conversation has.
I just don't want to. Thank you for the invite to your social soiree. I read through the specifics and have nothing to say. For the entrees sound delicious and desserts they look just fine. I'm anxious and introverted but would feel rude to decline. I'll make non-committal noises regarding your social soiree. It's not the most convenient time nor the most convenient day. And if you mention it once more to me, I'll run away down the street. I don't want to go to your bloody thing, but was trying to be discreet.
It's
You know, the thing is, the next day we've got to go to our parents.
It's trickier.
I just got to get up so early,
You know, 3.
so I don't really want
It's a
to.
tricky age, isn't it?
I don't really want to go
And humans.
and then have to leave early because we would,
Massive
so it would just be
family.
easy to not
And then I'll
go.
see.
You know?
Yeah, we won't.
Yeah.
Can't make any
Well,
promises.
look,
I
next
not
time
that I would.
we'll go next time. It's not a big deal.
I sincerely hope
You're
there
making
won't
it a
be
big
next
deal,
time. Well,
and that is
you don't
exactly what I wanted to
no.
avoid.
Don't come and pick
That's
me up.
why I wrote a song
That feels
instead of actually
unnecessary.
replying to any of your emails.
Yeah.
It's just easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry
Let's-
about that.
No.
Well, I mean,
I can't. I
I'm
don't
not
want
sorry.
to. No.
I just stabbed myself with the door handle again. It's like I don't remember it ever being there. I got the last parking space.
Be assured that we won't be thrown out of the meeting like we were last time.
As long as we have reasonable behaviour from everyone, no one would be excluded from the meeting.
I was thrown out of the meeting. So was
Mrs. Weaver, please.
Please let the gentleman.
If you disrupt this meeting, I will have to remove you from it.
You can't. Mrs. Weaver, please. You can't.
You have no authority here, Jackie Weaver. No authority. No authority. No authority. You have no authority. No authority. No authority at all.
She's just kicked him out. Don't.
This is a meeting called by two councillors.
Illegally. Read the standing orders. I take charge.
This is a meeting.
Read them and understand them. I take charge. Illegally. I take charge. I take...
Where's the chairman? Where's the chairman gone?
Councillor Burkle, we've been through this.
What are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about.
You have no authority here, Jackie Weaver. No authority. No authority at all. No authority. You have no authority. No authority. No authority at all.
Can I propose John Smith, please?
I'll second it.
Thank you.
This might look like any other under-12's hardcore shindiggy rave doodah, but it may surprise you to know that all these children are on drugs. It might cause you more shock and vexation to further your knowing and know no further that these children are actually in their 80s and or 90s. The new drug taking the elderly by storm and or hurricane. Hashtag YOLOAP. This old cow has just spent the last of her winter fuel allowance on hashtag YOLOAP. Look at the grin on her smug, wrinkled old fucking face. She knows in just a few minutes she'll be a child again, free to relive an unsanctioned, if only temporary, additional adolescence. Except this time without all the rationing and bombs.
What am I going to feed them on?
A puma.
Are they coloured?
Taken subliminally, the drug can last up to 2 2/4 days, but if one were to double dip in the fountain of youth, the effects could last up to 3 3/3 of a week. It is in the second week of regressionol where participants risk a YOLOAPS. It is in this state where the truly hardcore raving begins. Here we see how wrong things can go. This batch of hashtag YOLOAP was cut with Werther's Originals and cod liver oil. The mental effects are the same, but without the desired physical effects. The pensioner will continue to rave until expiration, about 10 seconds from now, at a huge expense to the taxpayer. Even worse, when we look at the creation of hashtag YOLOAP, we see the drug as harming small communities. Here we see farmers gathering the grains used to create the drug. Although harmless in its natural state, fumes generated in the fermentation process have been proven to cause a deformity known as babyface. The afflicted suffer with inconvenient youth, meaning they must always carry proof of age when attempting to buy alcohol and ciggies. Side effects often include avoidance of homework, unsafe driving, unrequited morning wood, sugar, Harry Potter obsessions, and dead legs. In rare cases, many OAPs have become stuck in adolescence and have to plan for the future. Marriage, employment, university. University inevitably means more drugs, I'll have you wager. Surprisingly, users of hashtag YOLOAP make up the highest percentage of teenage pregnancies. Some parents now worry about intergenerational whoopsie-doodles, the progeny of their progeny dangling like pendulous, wilting berries off of the family tree.
I was wondering if you'd like to go to the Strand to see a movie Saturday night, or if you'd rather go with the gang on a skating party and weenie roast. Weenie roast.
Curiously, hashtag YOLOAP barely affects those under the age of 70. Users claim to feel symptomless nausea before appearing to regress to the point before they first took the drug. Hope is on the horizon, however. Sweden recently passed a law allowing for the preemptive abortion of the elderly. The streets are safe, television set at an unpainful volume, and the cheeks of the adorable remain unpinched. Alas, back in merry old Blighty, no ends in sight to the scourge of hashtag YOLOAP. Government officials are drafting legislation to combat abuse of the substance, whilst denying that the Queen has herself been indulging in the fad. She did, however, form the rap posse, Little Liz, and the Bitch Slaps, much to the annoyance of Charlie.
I don't raise national debt if I sold my scepter, but I represent God, so show some respect. I lick the stamp. La 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 la, lick the stamp.
Remember, children and the elderly, there is a time to gurn and a time to learn.
Do you like my hair? Do you like my tattoos? Well, that's none of your business, and no one asked you. I got this one in Shoreditch, this one at Download, this one means pain, and this one's in Biro. Now I'm in black and white to hide bad cinematography. Now I'm on a bike. Now I have a drink. What I like Carlsberg, tastes good. Now I'm in a car. I'm in a car. Corruption and lies, bigotry and greed. Wake up, sheep.
But it doesn't like that video, Ben.
I would like to say that Liam just said, "Oh, I think we'd better start the stream because that's clearly broken."
Yeah, no, that's... Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
No, I don't know what it's doing. Like, it doesn't seem to like the Hello Malcolm video anymore. It's like it was the wrong aspect ratio, so you only saw like the top left-hand corner, and it's just buggy as hell. So I was like, oh well, I notice our viewership is just halved, so we should probably get on that. You know, replace the very broken thing with just our faces.
Which are the faces of two very broken things. Greetings!
Like emotionally, sure.
Happy live stream.
Happy live stream.
Boy.
Almighty Colossus joining us from the other side of the world, in and out of consciousness. Good stuff. Glad you're here.
Best way to be.
Spicy Chai Bunny, how's it going? Just by the way, if you get an update on, let me think, the Discord, saying that we're live on YouTube, we are basically always live on Twitch as well. There's a weird thing. I think it's when Ben does gaming, it only goes out to Twitch for some reason. But when I do gaming, it goes out to both. And these podcast recordings go out to both YouTube and Twitch. So, yeah.
The reason that happens is because you do it all through your computer box, whereas I just have a PlayStation.
Yeah,
I am a simple man with simple wants.
It's frankly a miracle that Ben has been able to stream at all. So, like, let's not push it too far.
Haven't even got my mic on.
Haven't even got his mic on. Look at that. Can we have a sarcastic round of applause? If everyone could just put a single clap in the chat, that would be incredible. Right. So, shall we do like a brief intro to what the live stream will be, and then talk about nothing until such time as we start the podcast? That's normally what we do.
The live stream will be, well, it is now. It started. This is it.
I mean the podcast.
The podcast will be out in a week or two when it's been edited.
Ben doesn't know the
For
schedule.
that to happen first, it must be recorded.
Yes.
Which is why you're here.
Hello.
To view that process with us.
Mm-hmm.
Liam, what's happening on the podcast?
Well, the podcast isn't out until a week from now, but in order for the podcast to happen, we need to record the podcast using audio, which is, I understand it, is some kind of science with magnets. We're using magnets. Did you know it's magnets? It's literally it's all magnets. The subject of the podcast that we are recording today is travel. We are talking about being in different places and the process of getting from one location to the other.
Spoiler alert. It's all done with magnets. It's not. It's like trains and planes and cars and...
Planes could be magnets. I honestly don't know.
But you got the trains. You got the
Japanese
magnet trains.
Japanese magnet trains. Taking those magnets from one place to another.
Those exist, don't they?
I have no idea, mate. What are you talking about?
Theoretical.
Is it a theoretical magnet train?
But I don't know if it's real or not. It was certainly in theory. I don't know if it's put into practice.
Right.
You'd have a train.
Uh-huh.
Sat as you do, but on like one big rail.
Yeah.
And a current would run through it so that the rail was magnetized as the opposite magnetization to the train would lean forward a little bit, and because there would be zero resistance apart from wind resistance, it would just fucking go.
Oh, so it's using the power of not wanting to be near the opposite magnet to boom in one direction.
Yeah.
Huh. Did you know, speaking of travel, bumblebees, there's only one country in the world where the onomatopoeia for the noise they make is not buzz buzz.
Is it the Antarctic because they don't have any bees?
No, they haven't got an onomatopoeia for the bee. But there is one country that has onomatopoeia for the bee, and it's not buzz buzz.
Okay.
Tell
me.
The most interesting thing about it is not the country, it's the noise it makes and such. I haven't remembered the country, but I'm pretty sure it's Japan. And the noise they make is boon boon.
Boon boon?
Boon boon. Ben's just fact-checking me.
What?
It's not Zub Zub.
Bees.
Boon boon.
Boon. I don't know what to actually search for, so it's just bees boon boon.
Bees go boon boon.
Japanese.
Ay.
Japanese say bee say boon.
Boon.
Apparently, French pigs say groin.
Yeah, that's very French.
American frogs say ribbit, but we know why that is, don't we?
It's for our pleasure. I'm proud of myself.
Fuck yourself with your ribbed frogs.
I will. I'll feel great. Are you just on like a listicle of funny names?
Apparently, so yeah, pigs say groin. Which is pronounced like "grah."
Right. Okay.
Instead of oink.
Gotcha.
Horses say hi.
Hi. That's weird.
Probably hey, not hi. A horse. How's it going? Well, that is weird.
It is weird.
Well, you get off Google. We're
No,
doing
I'm just searching like how does one dox their co-host? Oh, interesting. Never mind. Ben's
Doesn't that mean what? Hang on.
What's that?
Isn't doxing sharing my information publicly in an attempt to cause me harm or distress?
I don't know. Ben Susan Pierson. That's why we call you Susie Ben.
Prick.
I don't have a middle name.
You don't deserve one. It's because you've been bad.
Yes. It's because my parents...
If you had one, it would be something like Prick.
My parents gave me the same first name as middle name because the first one's named after a grandfather. The middle name's named after an uncle or something who died.
So your name's Liam?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe you for the slightest second.
It's not true. What sound does a zebra make? Ooh.
Beep.
Beep. Oh, yes, it goes through the till. Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Go beep. 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 And then for giraffes, they have to type out the little code and just...
Almighty Colossus is going to give me a middle name. My middle name could be Zebra. But if there's just one spare like floating around in the ether, if you could just post it to me, that'd be grand.
There we go. There's a thing that we can try and get done by the end of the show. Get Liam a middle name.
Middle name.
For your birthday, Liam, I shall change your name by deed poll to incorporate your new middle name.
I don't think you can deed poll someone's name on their behalf.
I'll buy you a gift certificate.
Gifts good for one name reversal at deedpoll.org. Outstanding. If we haven't said it, yeah, we're talking about travel today. No, we did say it because I said about the process of being in one place and then being somewhere else. That's what we're talking about. Hello.
Liam.
Hi.
I painted.
Did you actually paint that? Oh, no, you mean you painted the room, not you painted that Darth Vader painting.
Well, that is hand painted, but
Sure,
not by me.
Okay, that makes more sense.
That's by someone else.
Yes. It's green.
The blue.
Yeah.
And the white, I did this betwixt the last time I was on.
You mean in the last
internet.
month?
Yeah.
It looks good, but it's just not brand colours, is it? The turquoise is not clashing, is not going very well with the orange purple of the convo hat.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, that's fine. No, it does look good though.
But it needed freshening up.
Yeah, I've been in your personal vicinity recently, and it does look a lot nicer. It looks fresh, looks good, looks nice.
Sitting in the winter in a small room for very dark colours.
Yeah. Me and Ben recorded another podcast in person a couple of days ago, and
we did.
Different to the previous podcast, we made eye contact this time.
It was
awful,
atrociously uncomfortable.
I didn't realise how seldom, like even being near people, I still can't look them in the eye. I'm just not used to it.
It's weird. There's still some pandemic going on.
What?
Folks.
No, it's over.
I mean,
Bojo got it and it wasn't that bad. He got it a second time and it wasn't that bad, so it's done. How's the twat in charge of the country got it twice?
Well, he got it once and then he had to isolate because the newly appointed Secretary of Health got it. And then he went, but I don't want to self-isolate. I'm part of a new pilot group that doesn't have to. And the entire country sort of went, fucking what? And he went, no, not really.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
sad, pathetic, fat, murderous little cunt.
It's
sorry.
well, there's the first C ever. He's a cunt. You're right. You're not wrong. Like, we also agreed not to get political. Oh no, we can get political on this bit of the live stream, just not when we actually record it.
We're not recording this bit.
It's fine. Doesn't matter. Ben's mum is not likely to find this bit.
I haven't pressed record on my computer. Yeah. This is just going to be saved to the internet.
Yeah, permanently.
That stuff just disappears.
No. No, you're right though. Like, they are like self-serving little twerps. Like, they shouldn't be in charge of. They should barely be in charge of velcroing their own pants together, let alone a fucking country. But whatever.
Velcro is a very poor design choice for pants.
Yes, they're idiots. That's the point.
Very scratchy material.
Yeah. Well, no, they're not Velcro. They just Velcro on like what would normally be a fly. I think Velcro flies could be like a real time saver. No?
I mean, I was about to say, well, what if you get your willy caught in there? And then to go along with that thought train, I was going to go, you ever got your willy caught in the zip?
Yeah.
And I thought, I think I would much rather have it caught in Velcro.
Yeah, 100%. You ever got your willy caught in a button? A button fly? It's really difficult. They send you a telegram from the Pope.
Congratulations. You've done
that's the only way you can do it.
Thing, I guess?
Yeah. So if you do that on your 100th birthday, what happens is the Pope and the Queen get together and record a little podcast for you. Do you know the Queen's never met the Pope? I don't know if that's true. I don't care.
I don't know if that's true either. I do know, however, that the Queen in The Crown is no longer going to be Olivia Colman.
Ah.
It's now going to be the evil little frog lady, Professor Umbridge from Harry Potter.
What is that? Is Coleman done with it?
Well, it's sort of going through the years, so Coleman wasn't the Queen in the first couple of seasons, I don't think.
Oh, I see.
I've never watched The Crown.
Because they've got to age her faster than real time.
So the next.
Got it.
So Coleman is leveling up.
Okay.
To Professor Umbridge.
So it's like the Doctors.
Kinda.
It's still the Queen. It's just being played by a different person.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Fun. So, evil Umbridge is going to be the next one. Is that because she's littler? She's got a bit more of a stoop.
You really sort of have to ask the casting director for that.
Okay.
I'm going to assume because she was the best lady for the job. That's how casting works.
I suppose so.
Oh my God! Why?
I don't know.
Bloody Harry Potter fans.
I know, they're the worst.
Imelda Staunton.
Yeah.
Imelda Staunton.
Yeah.
Apologies if I'm saying that wrong. Imelda Staunton.
Well, you've said it several ways, so I can't imagine they're all right.
I would hope that one of them is, and that's what we'll focus on.
Mazel tov.
Yeah, they like level up.
Ah.
They evolve like Pokemon and or the Doctor.
Wow.
Although
cool.
I'm not sure how the Doctor's going to work anymore because apparently I've always done that and they don't have any limits on the regenerations because putting
I don't know
in
what
front of just some words makes a character important.
I don't know what the Doctor thing is.
Have you watched Doctor Who?
Not in
The
like
last...
No.
Okay.
I watch it every third Christmas. That's how up to
Fair
date
enough.
I am.
To be honest, that's not a bad way to go at the moment.
Are they hit and miss?
The writing's not very good.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's... Yeah. It's...
Yeah.
Which is
okay.
a shame, because the acting...
Acting good, writing bad.
I like the guy who plays the Master, but it doesn't make sense. It's not explained.
Okay.
I like Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah.
I like her Doctor.
But how can you? She's a
don't like
lady.
The fam.
Makes no sense.
The assistant people are just sort of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now it turns out that the Doctor... spoiler alert. Okay. But then skip 30 seconds ahead in time, or block your ears for a little bit.
Okay.
Turns out that she's not actually a Time Lord. She is some weird entity from another dimension that can never die and will always regenerate, and that's why Time Lords happened, because they experimented on her. Meaning, every time that the Doctor nearly died, she didn't.
So
no peril at all, ever, through all of Doctor Who.
Yeah. So she's actually never going to die.
Basically God.
Unless there's like a one step above God, which there won't be.
Which really takes you away from the whole relatability of the character who doesn't...
yeah.
Fun person who ran away because of stuff. And then the human character, or the assistant companion, is there because we don't know what the hell's going on, so we need someone to have the science explained to us.
I've got a better way. Multiverse. There you go. So it's not that they've regenerated a certain number of times. This is now... Jodie Thingy is the second incarnation from a parallel universe where the first Doctor took 40 years to die instead of 20 minutes. There you go. Done. Makes more sense.
Need to have something sorted out because it has kind of just shat on the entire series.
Yep.
But anyway, I don't have a show at the BBC, so what the fuck do I know?
I mean, any day now, we are working very hard on that. It's like on the to-do list and stuff.
It is, but
Show
so's
at
hoovering.
BBC. Yes, I'm working
If the
hard.
BBC could come round and hoover,
Yeah, then we could pitch
I
at
make a
them.
TV show for them.
That'd be great. Just a day swap with some BBC execs. Or I think I just spend more time working on like BBC pitches than I do actually housework. So, any day now is what I'm saying. Do you have any more?
Maintain a house.
Yeah, who
Alan
knows?
Sugar will come and hoover Liam's.
I want him in my house. Piss off.
All right. What if he uses a very long nozzle?
No, he'll have to have a full body condom that's tied at the end, and then I want to watch him suffocate.
Okay. There's your show.
There's your show. Isn't he Channel 4 anyway?
I don't know. I've never watched The Apprentice.
What's The Apprentice?
The closest I've got was seeing Donald Trump's Twitter feed.
Ugh. That sounds exhausting. Do you have any more inane banter in you, or do you want to start the podcast?
I have very little butter name banter in me.
Ooh. I have Janine Butter in me.
Butter? I don't even Janine.
Butter, I barely know her.
Is that right?
I don't know. Boy,
Is that comedy?
yeah, is any of it ever? At least it's better than Mrs. Brown's Boys, you know.
I've missed a bit of paint.
You have, idiot. I can't believe it's not Janine's butter. I can't believe Janine.
It's Stephen's cheese.
Marjorie's margarine. There you go. There's a band. Steve Cheese. What are you saying? Yeah. Do we do the actual podcast? Do we start? Do we start the podcast?
Yeah, go on. Sorry, that's.
Utterly
Oh,
genuinely.
Spicy Chai Bunnies tickled me.
Are you ready to record, Ben?
Mmm.
Ooh, that's quite loud. Give us a noise.
Ha!
Oh, sorry, that's not what it... Again, please.
Oh.
That'll do.
Meh.
Meh. One.
Can I stop?
Sure. I guess so.
Cool.
Cool. Okay, are you going to hit record?
I already have.
Oh, piss. Now so have I. There we go. Wonderful.
I hit it so we could make the noises together.
I think I should make like a little animation that says the podcast has officially started. I do need to put the on-air light on, though. Hang on, it makes a little clunk. Hang on, we'll see if we can hear it. Are you ready? You wouldn't have heard that. There's no way. Ben has been practicing his scales. He's going to become a fish one day. I don't know what he's doing over there. hang on. Stay there. And then put it closer. Closer. Slightly down.
I can't
Slightly
see.
down. Closer. Closer. And fade to black. That was actually pretty good. You can unfade now. It's sort of... There we go. Nailed it. Ben has no idea what that was.
Panicked so much trying to spell the word begins.
It beggins? That can't be right. What's a beggin?
It beggins? It begins?
Frodo begins.
Frodo begins taking the wrong to Mardar.
Taking the wrong. We've been recording this whole time. I suppose I should do an intro of some kind. Hello.
Hello.
It's a
Welcome
heckin'
to the
podcast.
Conversation Hat podcast. It's
Whoa.
the Livestream podcast. I'm interrupting Liam because I like to see his little face get angry.
It just means I have to re-record it later. It's fine. I don't mind.
Well,
It just creates
I'm
work
stealing
for me.
his time.
Yeah, it's a heckin' podcast. We are live. We are talking about travel, Scrabble, maps, locations. Basically them things. This is the Livestream podcast. This happens once a month. It's a real good time. We're live to Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. I hope they don't find out about the other one, because then there's not much they can do about it other than go,
Don't tell them about the things.
Whoopsie. My name's Liam. Hello, Liam. And that over there is Ben. Hi, Ben.
Hello, Ben.
Hello, Ben. We're going to talk about travel. Ben, I've got a question to start us off. What is the furthest you've travelled?
I'm assuming you mean physically, not spiritually.
At
Emotionally,
first, I mean
chemically.
physically.
I would say the longest, yeah. It would be me going from a well-known London airport.
We're not
to-
sponsored by one of them, you can say. It's fine.
Yeah, but I can't remember what one it was.
Gotcha. Probably
I think it was Heathrow.
Yeah, let's say
I think
Heathrow.
it was Heathrow.
Yeah.
Heathrow to LAX in Los Angeles, the city of angels.
Is that the longest distance-wise as well as the longest time-wise?
Certainly the longest distance-wise.
Okay.
Time-wise, yes. Yeah. 'Cause it was 11 and a half hours.
Wow, okay. It's quite a lot.
I don't think anything's quite beaten that.
No.
Probably the second nearest would be the... No, there was 7 hours going from Vegas to the Grand Canyon.
Oh, yeah.
In a coach.
Right, yeah.
That felt like a long time.
Yeah, I can imagine. That sounds... Because that's... Yeah, that's like a whole day, and you can't really do anything.
I mean, I slept a good chunk of the way there.
Yeah, good.
Which just meant on the way back, I could not sleep.
Yeah, of course. So how long were
So
you
me and-
at the Grand
So
Canyon for?
Nick and I, who I mentioned on the last show,
Oh, yeah.
that's how I met him. And when we got to the Grand Canyon, we started just doing loads of shots of tequila to try and make ourselves drunk enough to be sleepy, so we could like skip half of the travel time.
So, like, how long were you actually at the Grand Canyon for?
3.5 hours.
Wow. So you coach for 7 hours.
Coach for 7 hours.
You were there
We
for 3 hours.
About 3 hours.
And then you
7
just
hours
drove back.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. That's crazy. So, like, literally just a day trip. So 14, 15, 16, 17. You were just there for 17 hours. That's mad.
Yeah.
That's completely mad.
And the thing was, I knew that it was... Originally, I thought it was 3.5 hours there, 3.5 hours back. 7 hours.
Right.
I found out that I was wrong. And whilst I was outside my hotel waiting for this huge bus with a toilet and lovely seats that I was expecting to turn up, a minicab.
Oh, no.
For like 8 people.
Oh, no.
Turns up. What? I got in and I was like this under the ceiling, just going, I want to get out. I can't do this. Fortunately, that was just taking us to the car park where the big coach was.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
Because I would have just got out.
Yeah, because you wouldn't have, like, been able to, yeah. You wouldn't be able to drive, like, the actual bus that big to the hotel, I guess. Okay. That's terrifying, though.
The fear.
At what point did you realise that it was not a 3.5 hour journey?
Probably about the 4 hour mark.
Yeah, okay, incredible.
We did stop by and see the big, I think it was the Hoover Dam.
Oh, yeah.
No, not the Hoover Dam.
Sucks up all the water.
It was a sort of big old dam, and we went along a bit of Route 66. So we stopped and we saw some stuff, but it was about 7 hours.
Cool,
just
okay.
Traveling.
Wow, man. Furthest distance for me is Tenerife, the Canary Islands, which every time I bring it up, I've got to say, because I know it's going to annoy Laura when she edits the podcast. Politically, it's Spanish, and if you ask anyone where the Canary Islands are, they'll say, oh, it's part of Spain. It's Morocco. If you find it on a map, you find Morocco, which is Africa, and you go slightly into the left-hand side, into the ocean, it's right there. It's in Morocco. The Canary Islands are in Morocco. But politically, they're Spanish.
Is this the same as how Hawaii is in no way in America?
Yeah. Yeah, I believe Hawaii is on a different tectonic plate, so...
I thought it was like this far away on the map. I thought that it was like near the Caribbean or something, you know, that sort of... Not a billion miles away in the middle of the sea.
Yeah, it's mad. Yeah, from the way they talk about it, it's just like, oh yeah, just go to Hawaii. There. No. That's a different part of the planet. Almighty Colossus is right. The humidity in Canary Islands is awful. It's just the worst. Although it was quite satisfying going to the mountain, like in the center of Tenerife, which is just like above the cloud line. So like if there weren't clouds, you could see the entire island, but most of the time they were just clouds, and like you didn't even really notice it because of, I guess, how the density of clouds works. When you're just driving through, you don't really notice, and then you get to the top and you look around just like, yo, where's the sky? The sky's down there. I gotta go have a cry. I can't deal with this. This is too much.
I had a similar experience in Wales when you're just walking and they go, oh, it's a bit foggy here. No, this is clouds. Fucking what?
Yeah.
I was a child at the time as well, so I was like, are we giants? How is this a thing?
Yeah, what you've done is you've gone into a model village there, which has its own like ecosystem. So that was the furthest in terms of distance. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think when I went to Edinburgh as a kid, we went by train and it took about 8 hours. I could be misremembering. It was long. It was like a work day. I feel like it was 8 hours, and this would have been 2002, 2003. So I feel like
that sounds that could be feasible. I went to
it's
Edinburgh.
What, 5 hours now?
Yeah, I went to Edinburgh a couple of years ago. It was about 5-6 hours on the train.
Yeah. So I think add 3 hours because that was like over a decade ago.
So 10 years ago. Let's be honest, we still
ago.
have those trains from 10 years ago.
Oh yeah. They're just doing the Poxy Cambridge to Ely journey. That's all. Yeah. So I think that's the furthest time-wise. But I've been to Edinburgh a few times since, and it's doesn't take that long, and it's definitely not that far.
When you're a child, things take longer because the way that you experience time is relative. So it's a percentage of your life.
Yeah.
So an hour to a child is an eternity. This is why everyone has remembers summers that lasted forever.
Yeah.
Christmases were the best day because they went on and you could stay up late and it was amazing. Yeah. And now you're just like, wait, what? But I just finished doing the thing that I just washed all my clothes. Why did they need doing again?
I've literally just done the washing up and there's another pile there and I'm like, you are literally already clean. How are you back here?
It's done. You were fine and now it's happened again.
Yeah. I think Ben is slightly better travelled than I am. I think I've only been off this poxy little island a couple times. I've been to Edinburgh loads because I really like Edinburgh. Tenerife is like the furthest away. Berlin, Brussels, and Dublin, if you want to count that as a different country.
I mean, I would, because I've not been to any part of Ireland yet.
Ireland's lovely, man. I love Ireland. I love any bit of the UK that isn't England. Basically, that's English guilt right there. Spicy Chai Bunny says Southeast Asia for me. Oh wow, 2 stops to change the whole thing over 20 hours. Yeah. Arriving and breathing in Thailand air for the first time, really exhausted. I thought I was drowning. It was that humid. That's exactly my experience of Tenerife. Just getting off the plane and just like feeling like you're walking into like a dense custard of heat. It's just, the air is just thick and heavy, and you're like, what is any of this?
I've not been to Tenerife, but I completely understand the wall of hot.
Do you want to know the national dish of Tenerife?
National dish of Tenerife.
It's two things we have here. One of the things is not native to this country, but we do grow quite a lot of them.
I was going to just, I don't know, say virginity or something, because I was going to make a joke about how awful English people, I just said Americans, what? English people are on holiday.
What?
Isn't that where people, all the youths before college go and dance around? No, that's Magaluf.
That's Magaluf, bud. And a beef.
I apologise. I've not been there either.
Okay. The national dish of Tenerife, I believe the Canary Islands, is salted potato.
Ooh.
It's nice, it's just way salty.
I do love me some potato. Well, now I'm going to go to Tenerife, now that I know that there aren't as many English people there as I thought, and that their national dish is potato. The
one thing I remember from Tenerife is how, like, all the residents really resent the world thinking they're Spanish. It's basically the same as any part of the world that the English or the UK has, like, colonized. They're just really resentful of being put there. So yeah, like, all the residents just they want to be known as Tenerifans or Canary Islands or Guanches or whatever they want to be known as. They just don't want to be Spanish. And they'd almost rather talk to you in English than Spanish, because, like, at least the English are bringing commerce, whereas the Spanish are just making them feel bad. Almighty Colossus, farthest I've gone is California for Disneyland, which isn't that far. I mean, that's still, I haven't been to California, so that's pretty far to me. Quebec is farther for my farthest trip. That or Yellowknife, but it's still in Canada. It still counts, man. I haven't been to Canada, so, like, everything you're saying is exotic as fuck.
Big, isn't it?
It's pretty big. If you look at a map, it's pretty big. Of course, if you look at a map. If you go there in person, it's exactly the same size as anywhere else, because you can only perceive so much at any one time.
Yeah,
so everywhere's the same size.
Fault of eyes.
Unless you're standing in a border, in which case everywhere's half as big as... You know what? A-level philosophy has taken me this far, and I think it's time to drop it.
I've flown over Canada.
Have you?
On my way to Los Angeles. Because the world isn't flat.
Wait, no, hang on. It is, though.
But it's not. Forget the map that you were just talking about, and imagine the little globe that, you know, people keep drinks in.
Yeah, I got one here. It's very small. Very, very small. Ben can't see it. Very, very small.
Now,
this is flat.
You draw a line on it. A straight line from where London is to where LA is.
This doesn't have countries on it.
Better if you go up and round.
Okay, I suppose that makes sense. I'm not a pilot, so, like, you know.
So I've flown over Canada, but never been in Canada.
What does it look like?
Patchwork.
Oh.
There were some very big circles that I don't know what they did, but it looked like if someone was trying to, like, like, use a combine harvester, but only one side of the wheels worked. So it just did circles. All right, pick it up, move it along, and do it again.
Incredible.
I'm not sure what they were, but yeah, it looked very pretty, and I think we went over. Is it the Rocky Mountains? We went over a mountain range that was very pretty.
You don't get custody mountains.
You do if you have a little spillage.
It'd be a really big spillage. To change the name of them.
That's why they have to keep sending people up Everest, to get rid of the bodies and to clean off all the custard.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Do you want to get into the bulk of the episode? You got anything else to say?
That's why people fall off it so often.
Yeah, no, we're done.
just covered in custard.
Okay. You want to talk custody battles? Try climbing Everest. Flags. You know flags. What's your favourite flag, Ben?
I like the simplicity. Simplicity.
Yeah, that's a word.
I think that the Japanese flag's quite cool.
Yeah.
Because it's just boom.
Yeah.
You know what that is.
Yeah.
Wales.
Nice flag, got a dragon on it.
Got a dragon on.
Yeah.
Look at the rest of the Union Jack.
Mm.
Oh yes, we've got the English one, which is white with a red bit, and we have the blue and white of Scotland. Wales, what are you bringing into the dragon?
Dragon, big dragon. Exactly.
Why are you doing that? Because they got a dragon. He loves dragons. Me, I'm gonna put one on my flag.
That's a good flag. I dig it a lot. A little known fact about me. As a kid, I loved flags. Like, really, really loved flags. I used to collect 5. I used to collect flags, although I think I only got 5. Ben,
I used to collect 5 and then
things
spin them away.
In 5s. I used to collect things in 5s, and once I got to 5, I'd get rid of them. Ben, care to guess what 5 flags I collected?
French, German, English, American, and Portuguese.
I had the American. For some reason, I decided to go for flags that were close by and then work my way outwards. But I still somehow got an American one, so I have an English flag somewhere.
Right, got that one.
Sorry, not English. UK flag, Great Britain flag. I tried to get a Irish flag, but accidentally got an Italian flag. Then I got an Irish flag. I had an American one. And I think for some reason I had another Union Jack. No, I did have an English one. That was it. Yeah. So those were the 5 flags I tried to collect. Because there was some dude.
I don't think it counts as having 5 if you've got 2 the same.
No, one was English and one was UK. There was a summer where, and as you said earlier, Ben, like summers last forever when you're a teenager or a kid. There was a summer where I was just really into flags for the whole time. The study of flags is called vexillology. Really hard to say, really hard to spell. We'll come back to that in a minute.
Spell it.
Vexill. Fuck you, you don't know what I'm doing. Ology. Yes. Thank you so much. It's there.
I don't know if that was right or
Who
wrong.
cares? No big deal. I have 3 facts about flags for you, which we can discuss. In fact, I hope we do, because it's a podcast.
Well, let's. Otherwise, we're going to run out of stuff.
The kind of cross, because there are different types of crosses, it's very similar to the practice of heraldry, like the particular things and locations and shapes on flags have specific names.
Mm-hmm.
The kind of cross on the Switzerland flag is called a Greek cross. Yeah. How about that?
Why? Why is it not called a Switzerland cross?
I don't know. I'm going to assume I think it's something to do with Catholics. So I assume... Is that fair? Because it's a cross.
That's it. Blame the Catholics.
Yeah, like everything. I'm going to blame the Catholics. It's just... Historically, that's what it's been called, like a cross that's just like a neat, like exactly the same horizontal and vertical size, as opposed to the English flag, which is like a cross that's longer horizontally than it is tall. A Greek cross is exactly the same dimensions. The Greek flag has a Greek cross in the top left-hand corner. The Greek flag actually looks quite a lot like the American flag. Coincidence? Probably not, because there's only limited things you can do with flags. So the flag of Switzerland has a Greek cross. Ha 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 ha. Next, you got anything about that one?
What one?
The Greek cross on the Swiss flag.
The Greek cross on the Swiss flag. It's just
No.
making me really want some tzatziki.
Yeah, fair enough. I want Swiss chocolate, so that tells you a bit about me. According to the Guinness World Record, the largest flag ever was a Romanian national flag, which was about 3 times the size of a football field.
Ooh.
It weighed 5 tons and took 200 people several hours to unfurl.
That's a lot of flag.
It's too much flag, right? It's way too much flag.
And then you got to fold it up again.
Exactly. It's mad. For why?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's
Imagine
too much flag.
the stick that you'd have to tie that onto.
Yeah. Well, the stick would have to be like the height of the width. It would have to be as tall as the width of at least, I reckon, 10 football fields if you're going to actually see it. It's too big. I don't think there'd be enough wind to actually lift that flag. I think that was basically just like a pissing contest from Romania to get the biggest flag. There is only one national flag that is not rectangular or square. Do you know where?
No, I've heard of it.
Yeah, like
I
most
cannot
countries, you will have
remember.
heard of it. Care to guess?
No, as in I've heard that there is a flag that is not rectangular, but
Yes.
I cannot remember where.
It's Nepal.
Fiji.
No, it's Nepal. You're wrong. What an idiot.
Oh.
Nepal. Yeah, they have 2 little triangles on top of each other.
Oh.
Yeah, it's nice.
What sort? That's like it's got a pretty picture on it. Has it got a dragon?
The field is blue and it has a red border, and I think the lower one has a white star in it.
So no dragons.
No. Speaking of dragons,
I have to say, Nepal, I'm disappointed.
they don't give a shit.
They might do if they had dragons.
Hang on, do we have any
That's what I'm
listeners? Hang on, I'm just going to see if we have any listeners in Nepal, just for fun. This is what I do for fun.
Did you know that the Jolly Roger of pirate flag fame
Yeah.
was not the only but they weren't all like that. Each pirate had their own version,
Okay. Interesting.
and I think the Jolly Roger is just the one that was like the frogs that go ribbit. It's just the one used in the film, so everyone went for that one.
That makes sense.
But pirates would have many flags, and you would get on with them because they would know lots about their flags, because they would, to get close to ships so they could plunder their booties, they would have whatever flag. Like, I say I was a pirate and I saw you, I was like, Liam, to starboard ho! Hoist the Liam flag. We would hoist the Liam flag, so you're like, oh look, it's me.
Ah, that sounds like
I'm
fun.
a friend of me. So then we get close, and then I'd take it off and go, it's the buggering Smith. Which would be the name of my flag.
Okay.
And you go, oh no, the Smith buggerers.
He's
And
here
then
to do something. I'm not sure what.
Swashbuckle, buckle, pillage, stab.
I don't believe we have any listenership in Nepal, but we do have Japan, Thailand, Indonesia, Hong Kong, Philippines, Singapore, Korea, Vietnam, Bangladesh, Cambodia, Latvia, Malaysia.
Truly Asia.
I know that Latvia isn't in Asia, it's just next to Malaysia. Cool. Hey Ben, do you want to guess
you
what
were
our...
just going through Asian countries? I thought
I
that
think I
was just a coincidence of how the list happened.
Do you want to guess our top 5 countries in terms of listenership?
Spain, UK, US, Canada, Belgium.
In that order?
No.
So just any of those. So you said Spain, US, UK. Did you say Belgium?
And another one.
Certainly. The first one is US.
Did I say France?
I think you said Germany. I'm not sure.
Germany, yeah, why not?
Top one is US, United States. I was going to say closely followed. It's not. Then it's the UK. Then Canada. Then
Whoop, whoop.
Russia. And then Ireland.
Russia's a big place.
Russia's a big place. There you go.
Got a lot of hats to have
A
conversation.
lot of hats. Oh my god, that's going to be it, isn't it? Because it's going to be all about the... there's more hats for the conversation hat to possess. So that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I want to talk about a Reddit page that I have found and spent so long on. It's called Vexillology Circle Jerk.
I don't know how to deal with any of the words you just said.
Vexillology Circle Jerk. It's in the chat currently. Basically, it's for people who like flags and enjoy ruining flags. That's the whole deal.
Wanking over them.
No, circle jerk in this context just means repetition upon repetition. So, for example, let me just swap over. This is the flag of Armenia, except I added a dog I like. There you go. That's one. And then we've got the... it just occurred to me that Ben can't see any of this, so he's just going to have to deal.
It's fine. I'm looking through the Circle Jerk website and...
The Circle Jerk web... It's just Reddit. Just call it Reddit.
I mean, apparently it's only available on the app, so I'm not going to open it at all.
Oh, fine.
I'm just going to listen to you. Oh, look, there's a dog.
This is the flag of the United States of America. which really tickles me. There's a very common joke anytime the American flag comes up that people will just say, oh, this is the flag of the United States except I removed Wyoming. So it's just one less star. So the flag of the United States of America only has 49 stars, and someone said, yeah, I removed the worst state. Because of course he did.
Does it actually say that... Oh yeah, the worst state. Who do you think got more... Which state of America do you think would get more annoyed?
Texas.
My brain went Texas too.
Yeah. Or it's going to be like a complete left turn, something like
Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah, exactly.
Or Montana. Actually, Montana, I feel, is a bit feisty, purely because of Montana Max from Looney Tunes.
We've got the flag of Argentina with a bad haircut. Which is incredible. What else we got here? I'm just scrolling through.
Lockdown has changed, Liam.
There's the flag of Colombia with a dog I like, except I'm bad at cropping, so now the dog's upside down. What else we got? Oh. This is a dog I like, but it's a flag.
Jesus Christ.
This is the flag of people who think the dog thing is overdone. It just says no fun allowed.
You realise that we're doing a podcast, right?
Yes. This is the flag of Scotland. Scotland as colonised by the dog I like.
Oh yeah. I know that.
I don't give a shit, mate.
This is usable.
What else we got?
You can't. Do something else.
No, I can't. This will just have to like be edited out. I'm just
This
scrolling
week's
to see if there's
episode
anything
is
else.
3 minutes long because it's just Liam going. Nope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's
This
a dog.
is the flag of Mexico, according to my father. It's just the Irish flag. The joke there is that someone's dad doesn't know what flags are.
Liam, you bought the Italian flag thinking it was Irish.
Yeah, because the red and the orange were very similar. This is the flag of the United States, except it's daytime, so you can't see the stars.
Jesus Christ.
So it's just blue instead of the star bit. Yeah. Oh, and this is the flag of the United States, except it's nighttime, so you can see the stars again. There you go. And it's just space rather than stars. Yeah, those are all the flags that I like. Vexillology circle jerk. Vexillology circle jerk.
Hang on.
What are you doing? Where you go? Ben's leaving. He's done. Oh no, he's blowing his bum. Ben is having a good old go on his bum. Which is good because he's got to talk about interstellar travel next, so it's just as well he's emptying his nose.
I mean, yeah, I was going to talk about interstellar travel today. Sorry, my microphone was on the floor when I was blowing my nose, so I didn't deafen everyone.
Thank you. Ben, it's all yours.
I don't know if I want it.
Oh. Well, that was the conversation hat, I guess.
I'm just, yeah, okay, sorry, I did, I'm thrown by your fantastic flags.
Thank you. Me too.
There is a little, I wanted to be all fire, oh, travel into space, but I've been fucking busy for the last 2 weeks, so I've had to really just mash in a lot of revision about quantum mechanics. And
mate, you could have just gone on Reddit and found some flags.
Yeah, I could have done. Instead, I spent all of this morning learning about faster than light travel and teleportation.
Big day.
Which
day for
gave
Ben.
me a headache.
Yeah, it will do.
I
Yeah.
burnt my toast.
Because
sad.
of the quantum travel?
No.
That would have been a day.
I put it under the grill and I went off and did something else, came back and it was burnt.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Liam.
Hello.
Have you ever looked up at the stars?
No.
And gone, wow, I wish it was nighttime so I could see those stars. And
Oh,
then you
yeah,
wait
no.
for nighttime.
Yeah, I've done
and
that.
And then you look up and go, I wish it wasn't cloudy.
Yeah. And
And
like,
then
oh,
one
I
day you
wish I didn't spend the
go
entire
to
day looking up.
Tenerife and you go up to the top of a mountain and you're above the clouds and you can look up and you can see the stars. It's like the American flag.
Yeah. Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Have you looked and gazed upon that place and wished that you could be there?
No, I like breathing. Have you?
You're being very literal. Yeah. Who doesn't want to be a spaceman? Who wants to go hanging around with aliens and...
Sort of, but like I'd get that thing of like if I look around, I'll get that like weird kind of outside bigness thing. What is that? Like agoraphobia, like
agoraphobia,
like how you feel underwater.
Well, you can have walls.
I can have walls in space.
You could go and visit other planets.
Could I?
I mean, you're not going to be floating about just on your own. You'd be in a ship.
Oh well, that's not what you said. But okay, yeah, no. If it was like a,
I said, do you want to go up there, visit it? You'd be in a ship.
If it's like a lads on tour situation, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, you'd go in a ship. But how, perhaps, would that ship travel there?
I have no idea.
I can tell you.
Good.
We're going to use sails.
Sails. Like buy
Like
one
on
get
a
one
little-
free.
like in a little sailing boat.
Right. What's this? Ben's doing
This
a
is me
weird...
Have you never been sailing?
It looks like he's jacking off a snake. It's wriggling away from him.
You get back here. No, I was pulling the ropes of my sail so I wasn't flapping and falling into the water.
That makes more sense than what I was
know
thinking.
stuff.
Yeah, okay. Right, go on then.
Yes. So
Yes.
if we were to try and get to our nearest galactic neighbour, Percival Centauri, not Percival Centauri, over in the Andromeda Galaxy, basically, we would need... It would take 73,000 years for Voyager 1 to get there. For us to get there in a big ship, like a standard spaceship right now, we would need the mass of fuel, basically equivalent to the mass of Jupiter.
Okay.
It's quite a lot.
Yeah.
It's just not practical. So we may use sails, which we have two types of sails. We have light sails and electric sails. Light sails are very, 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 very thin metal things.
Yeah.
Have to be very thin because going into space costs a lot of money to get them up there. They go up and they expand much as a sail does, but not with wind, as our boats do in the sea. What they do is they gather the momentum from photons, light and stuff.
Okay.
Which will then push them along, and because, as we know, it's vacuum in space, like a Henry Hoover.
That's why it's so clean.
And Henry Hoovers have no resistance.
Yes.
Purely on wordplay. Henry Hoover's
the power of puns
break
alone.
physics.
Incredible.
So they get the photons and they will push and they will gather speed and they will go faster and faster, getting the photons from the light of the sun and of the stars around there. PY Lucky 1011T, I don't think that I will buy followers or primes and viewers on Big Follows space.space.com space exclamation point. I challenge you, sir, and say that you are a bot. Much like the spaceships going into space.
What?
So light sails.
Light sails.
Liam's now telling robots to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the ban button. So what is... There it is. I accidentally made them a mod. Oh no.
I really hope you didn't.
No.
Okay, good.
So what is that like? So when you have like a sail, like a sheet sail, and you blow into it, that or the wind makes it go, it pushes it. Is it that same thing but with photons? It's literally being pushed by the photons, or is it like solar panels where they receive the sun's light?
It's
literally being pushed. Crazy.
It is being
okay.
pushed with light.
Ah, that's fun.
So then, that's less fuel.
Yes.
Because it's just all around.
That's
the
pretty
other
cool.
things they have, which is much more sci-fi-y, would be the electric sails, which sound like Curry's.
Does it?
DFS just do electric sofas now.
That's good. Electric sofas.
So instead of having thin sheets of metal and stuff, they just have invisible electronic fields.
Right.
I found an example of an experimental test one of these. It's called the EST Cube -1.
Oh, catchy.
Made in 2013, and it looks like the Borg cube because it's just a cube.
Right. Okay.
Spaceships can be any shape you want. if they're just going to be in space. It's only if they have to go into atmosphere that you have to start thinking about wind resistance and drag and things.
Okay,
so it can just be a box.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now this is technically wind powered. The electric fields that this gives out gets hit by charged particles. So instead of the photons giving the momentum, you get charged particles from wind, solar wind, and pulsar wind nebulas, which are the pretty shiny things you see in, like, Guardians of the Galaxy, where it looks like a cloud, but in space.
Cloud in space. Space cloud.
The charged particles from that will push you along.
That's really cool.
It is pretty cool. I was looking into... I really wanted to talk much more about the theoretical faster than light travel, but I had to... I needed more time.
Yeah, fair enough.
I was like, right, no, I get this, but I also have to try and explain theoretical physics.
Yeah.
in a comedy podcast, which is tricky.
Yes.
Basically, you want to squish up the bit in front of you so you can jump over that before the rest of the universe squishes back, and then you're over there instead of where you were.
I have a very loose grip on what you're saying, but yes.
Draw 2 dots on a piece of paper. Fold the piece of paper together so that the dots are next to each other.
And then you hop between the dots.
And then you hop between the dots, and then you unfold the bit of paper.
Right.
You have travelled far along the bit of paper, whilst only taking a tiny step from dot to dot.
So it's about compressing the distance between two things rather than...
Compressing the distance in front of you so that you are only making a small jump, but actually you're covering a great distance.
Yeah, easy.
That's how faster than light travel would work.
They're easy. And why aren't we all doing it? That's what I want to know.
You need to get a bigger bit of paper.
Bigger bit of paper. Yes.
They should maybe ask the Romanians.
Use their flag. Yeah. That's the only flag they have, by the way. They've just got one.
Really they had loads, but they sewed them all together.
Yeah. Like fools. Good stuff.
Fools.
Rockin'. We spent a bit of time.
wasn't funny, but I hoped it was science and cool.
It was at least words, and that's really all we can hope for.
Hey, that is all you can get from us.
Yeah, that's all you want. You're just here to waste time. It's all good. We know that. We have some things.
Time wasted doing something you enjoy is not wasted time, Liam.
Okay, I don't want to have to force people into enjoying us. That feels weird. Well,
okay, no, that is creepy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it would be weird to do a podcast about travel without talking a little bit about Google Earth. It's quite a commonly known thing that there is some weird stuff on Google Earth. Sorry, I'm just rearranging myself there. There's some weird stuff on Google Earth. I have found a couple things. There's a few things that are quite commonly known, and there's a couple things that Ben has found for a thing we're going to do in a second. So I have 2 things to share with you, and I'm going to be quite conscious of audio describing these for the sake of the podcast. Sorry, I'm just making show notes here. If you want to see these things, if the audio description is not enough, how dare you? But you can go to conversationhat.com and check out the show notes for this episode. It will all be in there. You can see all the images, and there will be links and stuff.
You can go on Twitch and rewatch the live stream.
Or you can go on Twitch. No, you can't. You can go on YouTube and rewatch the live stream. The Twitch one will only be here for a couple of weeks. So your best bet is to rewatch on YouTube, because you can fast forward a little easier on YouTube as well.
Not that you should. Everything we do is gold.
Yeah, sure. Why not? So this particular image, let me just swap to another screen. This is my first one. This is East 2nd Street, I think, in Roswell, New Mexico. This is an old photo. I had to press some fun buttons to try and find this particular photo, and as you can see, it's exactly what you think New Mexico looks like. It's actually a wee bit greener than I thought New Mexico would look like, but there it is. And in the middle of this road is a woman in, I don't want to say like night dress, but she's in like a dressy thing. She's got heels on, and she's got a big old bag on wheels that she's dragging along. This woman is in the middle of nowhere. Like the absolute middle of nowhere. If we use this map portion to zoom out. Can I zoom out? I can't zoom out. That's powerfully unhelpful. Right, let's get another window and look for that. I think the problem here is that it's a an old...
I bet you I know what she's doing there.
What do you think she's doing?
She has just got off of a 8-person little minibus where she had to sit like that when she found out that she's actually 4.5 hours away from the Grand Canyon.
That's a good observation. But if you look, there is no bus.
Oh yeah, the bus left ages ago.
She's
still got to walk.
There's like a car in the distance there, but it's coming the same direction, which is interesting. So I'm just going to try and get that same location on a different window up to date, because I just want to zoom out and show you how long this road is. Come on, Google Earth. Or Google Maps.
I don't know why I'm leaning in, because there's an even bigger delay for me than it is for anyone else.
Yeah. East 2nd
going
Street.
Across America, the roads are like that for hours.
Yes.
It's just straight line. Fuck all else.
Here it is. So, what's that turning there? That is... Oh, that doesn't actually say. That's really unhelpful. Do we have the name of this road? Nope. Oh, if I find Antelope Tank...
2nd Street.
Antelope Tank. Antelope Tank? Antelope Tank.
Have you ever seen the Google Earth car?
Yeah.
Do you know if you're on Google Earth?
I don't believe I am in Google Earth, as far as I'm aware. Right, so this is the location, roughly, that this woman is in. If we just go back to this one, she's just by the turn-off from Antelope Tank. So she's here. Is it possible to move that? No, it's not that helpful. So if we just zoom out, if we just zoom out, if we just keep zooming out, if we just zoom out, if we just keep zooming out, the closest town is Roswell, which is here.
That's where the Alibums live.
Here. And then the direction she's walking is away from Roswell. So there's nothing here. There is nothing here. There is nothing. She could be walking to Tatum. So let's do Tatum, New Mexico to Roswell.
You know what I'm going to say, Liam?
What are you going to say?
Aliens.
It is aliens, because Roswell to Tatum, if you're walking, takes 23 hours.
Without shade.
Without shade and a bag. If you're driving, it takes about an hour and 5 minutes. But I imagine you'd have to, like, because it's one straight road, you'd have to properly belt it to do that.
So you're going to have to gun it to do...
It's 72 miles. It's long. It's real long. And she's just like... She's not bang in the middle. She's like she's like maybe a third of the way in. Yeah. Which is nuts. So there's just a woman, just, I assume, having a terrible day. Just walking.
Very bad day.
Yeah. So that's my first thing. Spicy Cherry Bunny makes it. Maybe she was dropped off by a UFO. has taken a human form with human things and no problem walking a distance because she does not function like a human. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we don't know that she actually moves in any way. That could just be the shape that she takes, and she just hovers like an inch off the ground. I don't know, man. I ain't no science boy.
All done by magnets.
Oh, bugger, I didn't save. There was one thing that I can't find, which is really annoying, but I'll audio describe this one because I can't find it. Your question earlier of have I seen the Google cars? Yes, I found in Argentina, maybe, I think, a car park full of Google Earth cars. Just like they're having a little staff picnic or something, and like if you move slightly up the road, you actually hop between cars, which is really fun. So I don't know what's going on there, but that was really fun. This second one I want to share. This is a place called Liberty Drive in British Columbia. Liberty Drive, British Columbia. There's not much here. It looks quite nice. It's picturesque. It's sort of a foresty landscape. It is like an off-road. I think if you go around, there's like some like little houses that are kind of set away from the road. So like I think if you were you'd have to really want to be there. Oh, is that near you, Almighty Colossus? That's fun. I don't know if you know this. If you go down Liberty Drive towards I don't know what it's towards, but there is a there's a guy here. There's a horse sat on a chair with a pink flamingo eating a banana. There is a man with a horse head sat on a chair eating a banana, waiting for a friend by the looks of it, with a pair of pink flamingos.
Jesus Christ.
It's one of my favourite things. Because it's like, how does he know they're coming? Because he probably lives in this house, I would imagine. But like, how did he know? How did he bloody know? Because you have to go quite far along Liberty Drive to get to that bit. Yeah, it's real surreal. Yeah, you've got to go quite a way to like get onto the main road, which is La Bonne Road. It's a good road. And then offset from La Bonne Road is Liberty Drive, and you've got to go up it a fair bit, and then you come across a horseman. And he's just there. He's just doing his thing. Oh, I've broken Google. Oh, I've really broken Google. Ah, there he is. I found him. Sorry, I broke Google briefly there, but then I found Horseman again. Horseman.
This week on Liam Breaks the Internet.
Oh, I've done it again.
Searching for Horseman.
Yeah, the search for Horseman. There he is, just doing his thing. Yeah, what an absolute genius. That is Horseman. You're welcome. You're welcome for Horseman.
Thanks, I guess.
Thank you, I guess.
Thank you, Horseman.
Let me just see if
there must be people who know the route. It's got to be someone who knows someone who knows someone.
Well, there isn't. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
I've just seen them going down the road. Get out and do the weird stuff now.
Yes. Maybe if you're in the know, you get to know when they're coming to your road. I don't know. If you've been in an unmapped location, and because I had to search to find that picture of the woman with the bag, my guess is they redo certain areas every now and again. So yeah.
Well, yeah, they have to, because shit changes. People build stuff, things get knocked down.
It's really important that 23-hour stretch of road is covered, I guess.
hugely important.
Very important.
They've done like Google Mountains and Google Ocean and stuff, where they've sent cameras and just people with cameras strapped to them just going for walks.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down to do that. That sounds like fun.
Sounds like a lot of exercise.
Lots of pictures of me pooing in bushes. That's what you'll get.
Don't know if that's how it works.
Almighty Colossus, you know it's over when your car breaks down in British Columbia and the flingos appear. It's a sign that Horseman has come to turn you into a banana and take you away. I guess so. Yeah, so those bananas are his victims, I guess. And the flamingos are like his, what's the word? Friends. Harbingers was the word I was going for.
It just started like a new, was it cryptid?
Cryptid. I think he's done it
the
himself. Horseman.
Takes you away in banana form.
He the horseman cometh. Ben, you had
what?
Cometh.
Meth.
He ejaculated meth. Ben, you had a Google Maps based game.
Well, I had a couple of things to talk about. I've just realised that I had also spent quite a while this morning researching quantum mechanics and the theories behind teleportation and time travel, which would have worked a lot better than me just going on about space boats. But hey,
here we are.
Basically, Ant-Man, the Avengers, they got it pretty fucking close.
Cool. That's fun.
Yeah, well, there's my notes. My Google Earthy things.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's loads of stuff like, here is I don't know why I've turned into Bane from Batman, but I'm gonna go with it. Here is a man who has put a body in the river. But it's not. It's actually just a dude whose dog went swimming.
Yeah.
And because of how bird's eye view work, it looks weird.
Yeah.
So, not gone for that. But I've gone for actual things.
Ooh.
Do you know, sir, of the Cern Abbas giant?
I might do, but I might not know it by that name.
I reckon you probably will, because it is in our merry old UK.
Is it the chalky guy?
It is the big chalky guy.
Oh yeah.
You said you had. I sent you pictures. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see.
You didn't send me this one
because of my lag. No, I didn't send you this one.
No. What would you like me to do?
Because this one I can describe quite easily.
Okay, well I'm going to look for.
It's the chalk. I can send you. Hang on. Only if I press the buttons properly. Ass. There, have a link.
I'm going to try and find a version which is blurred out.
Really? Because of the dingle?
Because we're on the internet, Ben.
It's a huge chalk dick.
Yeah, I know.
The Cern Abbas giant, for people who do not know, is near the village of Cern Abbas in Dorset, in the UK. It's a 55 metre big outline of a dude naked with a club and just an enormous willy.
Big old willy.
Big old willy. It's listed as a proper monument in the National Trust, unlike most of the willies that I've drawn. But I didn't draw willies. I believe it was 700 AD, between 700 and 1100 AD. So somewhere between 9 to 1300 years old.
Yeah, old.
That's on Google Earth.
It is.
I don't think they've blurred out the willy on Google Earth, though, have they?
No, because it's Google Earth.
That's on the internet.
Yes, but crucially, they're not on Twitch or YouTube. That really is the
True.
difference.
Fair enough.
It's okay. I found an image.
I think that is adorable.
Thank you.
He's not alone though. Were
No.
you aware that he's not alone?
I mean, there's chalk in other places, if that's what you're saying.
There is an ass ton.
An ass ton.
There's about 20 current chalk figures.
Yeah.
I have seen, you know, the big horses.
I know the big horses.
Same style, but a horse.
But a
no
horse.
penis.
Yeah.
I've seen one of those in. I thought it was down south somewhere. I was getting a train from Cornwall up to London by mistake because our plane had got cancelled. And I saw the big horse. I was like, yay, I've seen the big white horse. And I was going to say that on this stream. And then I found out that there's so many horses.
Yeah, there's quite a few. Yeah.
Like, out of this 20, most of them are horses.
Yeah.
So, I've seen one of those. Can't
That's good.
tell you which.
Good.
But it's not just...
I mean, where were you in the world
UK?
when you saw it? Because that might indicate what you saw.
I was on a train between Cornwall and London.
Okay.
There is one in Whittlesford.
Oh, is there
which
really?
Near Cambridge. It's a part of it, a part of one that's possibly hinting at the fact that there was one.
Oh yeah, it's just in a bit of field.
It's also in Georgia, in the United States, in Canberra, in Australia, places in Morocco, Mexico, Slovakia, Tunisia, South Africa, and New Zealand.
Fun.
They have these many horses and chalk figures. Next to our old... No.
What are you doing?
Sorry, my browser's being a dick. Next to the Cern Abbas Giant in July 2007, those of you may remember, July 2007, the Simpsons movie was happening.
Oh yeah.
A giant Homer Simpson with a donut. Do you remember this?
No.
Giant Homer Simpson with a donut was put next to the Cern Abbas Giant. It was done with chalk paint, biodegradable, water-based. It would go away.
Wow.
It was fine. It wasn't polluting anything. But in case it did pollute anything, in case there was any bad vibes, local neo-pagans pledged to perform a rain magic... sorry, I nearly said a rain magic dance. That would be silly. Just normal rain magic to wash the figure away.
Okay. That's fun.
Normal rain would have done that as well, but they put the magic in
magic
just to
rain.
be safe.
To be sure.
Which is very good of you. Thank you, neo-pagans.
Best kind of pagans.
One of the best kinds of neo.
That's true. Cool.
Neo-pagans, Neapolitan ice cream, and Neo from the first Matrix.
Yeah. The Homer Simpson there has got a bit of a wonky eye. The eye that is furthest away from the apparent camera is like way bigger than the other eye, so it's a bit funny looking. He just looks a bit like he's I don't know, wonky. He's having a bad day. He's got like a bee stung him in the eye or something. It's not a great look.
I don't think I've seen it. It's been a long old while since.
Like, it's still definitely Homer Simpson. Like, definitely.
I mean, yeah. Oh yeah, it is a little wonky.
A little wonky.
Hey, better graffiti than I've ever done.
Sure.
So yeah, big old dicks and chalky drawings. Yet there are more things.
Oh gosh.
We're not 100% sure how old that is, or why it was there, or who put it there. Here are some things that were mysteries, but are no longer mysteries.
Oh boy.
On our Google Maps.
Oh boy.
We gon' get descripted as piss as we can.
We're just going to do away with the English language, though, so...
Yeah.
Expect
so
a lot of new noises.
Fight to keep up.
Yeah. It will feel like you're having a stroke for most of the time.
Oh, sentences are going to get away from us when they really shouldn't be doing so, but we're going to go with it and hope that that's all the good.
Hopefully. Which one do you want me to do first?
The first one that I sent you.
Okay. I hope it's the right one. Bum, bum, bum.
This, Liam, should be a UFO in Romania.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. It's
Here
weird.
we see, slightly obscured by some trees,
Oh, this bit.
what appears to be a flying saucer made of steel with
Saucers.
little portholes and everything.
Yeah.
This was first discovered in 2016. Liam,
Hello.
what do you think it could be?
It's a petrol station, mate.
You think it's a petrol station?
I think that this sign indicates it's a petrol station. This other one says it's a B&B. And this one says it's the Prima Azunia di Apa di Timon Sterali. As
Okay,
well as being
one-
the Nabdibio.
One, don't read Romanian badly.
How do you want me to read it?
Not at all, because I said don't read the fucking information because it ruins the game.
Did you? When did you say that?
What's the point of me saying, do you know what this is, when you're looking at the thing that I've sent?
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
asking me.
I mean, you're wrong, but I did say I'll send you the link, but don't just look at the picture because then when I say, what do you think this
I
is?
can't
if you
really
look-
help it because if I zoom in, it's just there. You
In
know?
Romanian, surely.
I'm pretty sure that just says petrol station. Okay, what is it then, Ben? If it's not a petrol station.
This is not going well. This, Liam, is actually the roof of a water tower. Just
Okay.
outside of Timiozara. Now I'm speaking.
Yeah,
the
if you
name
could
badly.
if you could not speak Portuguese badly, that would be ideal.
Thanks.
Wait,
That went well.
is it Portuguese or Romanian? Surely it's Romanian.
It's Romanian. Why did you say Portuguese?
I don't know, Ben. Why? Shut up. Carry on. Shut up and carry on talking. God damn it.
What's the next picture?
Ben Pigeon. That's what it's called.
Glorious. If you use the street view at... Apologise for my Japanese as well. Tamagawa Jozi station near Tokyo, Japan, you will see 8 pigeon folk.
Yes, you will.
Are these real pigeon person hybrids, Liam?
No.
What's your explanation?
It's 8 of the funniest and most organised people in Japan.
I mean, you're not far off with
That's
that,
what
really.
I'm.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
there's-
going for. What I
there's,
love is there's a
Mishima
real.
art university just down the road from there, and Japanese pigeon people or Japanese bird people are apparently a thing.
Oh really?
Yeah, so much like your banana horseman,
Mm.
guessing these folks just went, hey, it's coming down.
Yeah. What I love
But
about
by the
this,
looks of it, it's not the Google streetcar. It's when they have the people walking down to do Street View.
yes,
It looks like it's going to have to be one of the people because they're on just either side. These pigeons are on either side of a path.
yeah,
This poor person with a
just
robot
looking at
camera
them,
strapped to their back must have walked through this terrifying
just staring them down. What I love about this is the variety in the clothes they're wearing, which implies that they're like not naturally people that might hang out together, because you've got one person who kind of looks like a mechanic, one person who looks like, I'm going to make a big assumption, perhaps an older woman, and they have shopping by the looks of it, and these other people do not have shopping.
You're saying,
and they kind of, the other ones are dressed like students, but one of them has a camera, which makes me think they're like a tourist.
Liam,
because there's lots
friends
of people
don't have
with
to dress the same. Look at the village people.
Yes, I think they were still thematically clothed though, because they were idealized versions of each other.
Diversity.
What is also interesting is that there are quite a number of people here with cameras, but like the only thing of note is these pigeon people. Like there's clearly quite a few people around who have stopped to take a look at something, but then they also seem to be ignoring the pigeons.
I mean, they may be stopping and looking at the pigeons, or just at the robot man.
Or could be the robot man, but it's like, it's people with like actual DSLR cameras, so like they've clearly planned to come and take a picture of something here. I don't know.
As was said, there is the art university.
Oh, I've done the wrong thing. Hang on. It's all right. Carry on. Art university. University
Focus
of Art.
less on the pigeons.
Okay.
Next picture.
Focusing less on pigeons, more on bush. Ben C. Ah, it's blue.
In 2009, an appearance of what appeared to be a city underwater, almost the size of Wales.
Oh yeah, is that what
on
these
the floor
lines
of
are?
the Atlantic Ocean. Perhaps is it Atlantis?
Did you say a city the size of Wales?
Almost.
Alright, cool.
That's the information that I have in front of me, Liam.
Gotcha.
Could it be Atlantis, the lost city that Plato made up?
Okay. Did he?
Probably. Liam.
Hello.
Is this a 6,000-year-old sunken civilization? I'll say, sir.
Is that the only
I've been
place where
drinking
these
quite a lot.
lines appear?
Liam, is it a sunken 6,000-year-old civilization?
Uh-huh.
Or could it be something else?
It's-
What are your views? What do you think?
What I actually think is that it's an artifact of the way that these images are taken that just puts lines in there. Because I'm sort of going through like other bits of ocean, there are just random lines that don't really look like anything, and I think it's just the stitching of these various locations together. Like there's this thing here, which is just like a really, really thick line that then curves, and it looks like a highway and occasionally has something going off of it. I don't for a second believe that that's actually in the ocean. I just assume that's an artifact of how the photos are taken, because that particular thing roughly follows the border of Morocco down to Western Sahara, down to Senegal, nearly to Senegal. So that's my assumption, is that it's just an artifact. But it is weird, there aren't any other artifacts that look exactly like that, so it could be I don't know, maybe on the other side of the world to that, there is a city that somehow is teleported through. I don't know. I'm going to say it's some
So
kind
your
of...
answer is that the world is see-through?
Yeah, I think that's the most realistic thing. I mean, to be honest, who's dug through the ocean? No one. So, you don't know it's all just water.
No one that they'll teach you about in school.
Hell no. No,
it was just a tech glitch caused by the data gathering techniques, yeah.
But it is quite cool. I see what you mean.
But it is fancy, and to be honest, I was slightly worried because I was worried that I'm looking at a screenshot and you were going to look at the active thing now, and it wasn't going to be there.
No, it's there, and it's what I can see is like 100 floating 2021 Google copyright symbols. I think those are what we've got to be worried about. They're everywhere.
Google have taken over the sea.
They have.
Where's Jason Momoa when you need him?
Probably in a big pile of money.
Bless.
I'm going to move
Picture
here.
the final.
So I'm just finding my new home. Oh, it's in a forest.
It's a bit wet.
No, it's a forest near somewhere called Dead Man Hollow in the Devil Sinkhole State Natural Area near San Antonio in the States. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's Texas. Sorry, what were you saying?
I don't know. I've just realised that my visions I'm lagging behind you, so I still saw you just looking at the sea.
Yes. That's
Final
fine.
picture, please, Liam.
Bum bum. Satan. Found it. Yeah.
What we have here is beautiful Kazakhstan.
It is.
God's country.
Yes.
Or is it?
No. Based on this
No.
image.
Because based on this image, there is a pentagram. In Lysakovsk.
Yes.
Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
It is roughly 366 meters in diameter.
Big.
You know, they tried to go for 666,
Ha.
but didn't quite work.
No.
It is etched onto the land. It can be seen. You know, it's clearly there. It's not something that you can misinterpret.
No, quite.
Liam.
Hello.
What do you think this is?
Well, I was doing research and I found this one as well. It's just a nice shape.
Liam, shut up.
Oh, okay, sorry.
For the sake
I
of
think
comedy,
I think
for
it's
the sake of the show
right.
that has been, in no small part, ooh, I like that flag, or here's a thing that the audience just can't see. For the love of God, please, instead of saying, I saw this earlier, I know what it is,
Okay.
make something up.
I think those crafty bloody Kazakhs are trying to summon Beelzebub again.
Again?
Yeah. Why? What do you think it is? Isn't that exactly what you wanted me to say, though? Surely.
That's what I wanted.
That's the gist of it.
Came out so much better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, no, it's definitely 100% a summoning circle. It's where Anton Svanderleve goes to do a big, big wank and then summons the reincarnation of Crowley, who's written 3 new albums for Ozzy Osbourne, who miraculously doesn't look like he's dying all the time anymore, and Geezer Butler's there doing a bass solo, and it's fucking rad. Yeah.
Amazing. That is 100%
Knew it.
accurate.
Knew it. Absolutely knew it.
That's right. You hit every data point that I had noted down. Yeah. No need to go any further. That's my Google Earth.
Yay. Do you want to talk about what it actually is?
You've already got it.
It's just a nice shape. I think it's supposed to be like a park with a nice path to walk down.
It's a nice park.
because I think that was in that sort of area, Kazakhstan. I think my ancient geography is going to let me down here, but I have a feeling that's where ancient Mesopotamia was, maybe, or in that general area, like that. They just liked stars. That was just a common geographical thing.
Yeah, they made a park.
Yeah,
it's a big park, so they needed roads.
Yeah,
they made the roads into a star shape because aren't stars pretty?
Stars are pretty.
So the trees have grown alongside the roads and made it look.
Yeah, nice and Satan-y.
Yeah,
I don't know what that was.
That is the Beelzebub's bugle.
Oh shit, his cock.
Big and chalky. Looks
Oh.
like Homer Simpson.
Gross. Is that all? Is that all the travel related stuff we have?
That's it. I think we're
Wow,
done.
man. I have good news and plugs. Do you want to go for a good news? Shall I press the button for good news?
I think you should press the button for good news, mate.
Incoming button.
Good news, everyone.
There, that was the button. It's really awkward, me and Ben sitting in silence whilst the stupid sound happens. I'll go first. Good news.
All right.
It's related to what we've been talking about. Google Maps have added a feature, overcrowded predictions or overcrowding predictions to their public transport info in 200 cities around the world. So when you're on your mobile, there's an option to check public transport routes inside of Google Maps, and then you can look for additional info in there, which includes overcrowding information, which is important because COVID is still a thing, despite what those bloody snowflakes might say. I did a little bit of exploring, and if you're on a bus or a train or whatever, you can actually input whether or not the train is overcrowded or overheating or there's delays or whatever. You can do that as a user, which I think is quite interesting. So if you want to avoid a train, or if it's a really hot day and you just want to check that the train isn't literally melting, you can do that. I think as this is a reasonably new thing, so I think more people start to use it, the more accurate data will be. And I think they're going out of their way to make sure that there's information in like the biggest cities around the world. So London tubes will probably have information on how overcrowded the tubes are. And I'm guessing they're harvesting your personal data to do that. And frankly, yeah, go nuts. That suits me. Yeah, that's my plug. Is Google. I'm plugging Google for them because I don't think they have a very strong marketing strategy.
I
barely
struggle
hear about
with
them.
money.
Yeah, it's really sad. A little
Poor
mom and pop operation like that. It's a bit sad. Yeah. What's
So
your plug?
You did plug first.
Did plug? No, sorry, no, that was my good news.
Oh, that was your good news.
Yeah, I screwed up the words I used just then, but no, that was my good news. I'm not
right.
I'm not plugging good news. I am singing their praises. I'm not. God damn it! I'm not plugging Google Maps. I am singing their praises. Different.
Cool.
Different. What's your good news, Ben?
My good news is about the Royal National Lifeboat Institution.
Oh, yeah.
A company, a large charity that goes to... It's life-saving. It's Coast Guard stuff.
Yeah.
They go and they save people who are drowning in the sea.
Yeah. Which is where most drowning happens.
Which is where a lot of the drowning happens. They recently got criticised by the Daily Mail and Nigel Farage because they count weird. This was very funnily enough foreign concept to the Daily Mail and Farage is that drowning people should be saved regardless of where they were born.
Yeah.
They didn't like this because apparently that's not how they work. So they use their shitty platforms to criticize and to say bad things about the RNLA RNLI, rather, sorry. And in the 24 hours following, donations increased by about 2,000%.
Yeah.
It got £200,000 of donations as a direct link.
Wow.
To people saying that they didn't like it.
So what is like...
That's awesome.
What is...
Because not only is it a charity that's doing good work getting, you know, more donations, this is always good, it's also big middle finger to fuck nuggets.
What would, like, Farage and the Mail suggest the RNLI do? Like, they spot a drowning person, they go over to them, ask to see their passport, and then save them? What are you going to do? Save the person, check them, and then chuck them back in the ocean if their skin colour's wrong? Like, what's the practicalities of that? Because they're not just saving them and then putting them in someone's house in the UK, are they? No, they're going to be put to probably some kind of immigration centre to then go through the typical channels, which are not that friendly. They're not just they're not going to take your house away from you.
These people are logical.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not.
It's mad.
They're idiots, racists, and...
I don't think they're idiots. I think they're intentionally being shitty to, like, further their own gains, to make people afraid and buy more Murdoch papers. That's all it is. It's just fear.
Yes, and the people who buy more Murdoch papers are idiots for doing so.
Oh, the people that buy them are just really, really afraid and haven't worked out that it's their fear that is causing them to buy things and hate brown people. That's, yeah.
This was meant to be good news.
No, that is good. It's incredible. It's really funny. I love it.
Focus more on the charity receiving donations than the racist, vile scumfucks that exist that complain about them.
Scumfucks.
You can go on the RNLI, it's really hard to say quickly, RNLI website and go and do more donating and help people not be dead.
You heard it here, folks. Do more donating, people not dead. Do more donating, people not be dead.
Do more donating. I will be going and doing donating. Join me with donating, saving lives, and saying fuck you to dickheads.
Do one Farage. I would like to plug, not a good news, but a plug. I would like to plug Map Men, a show by podcast alum Jay Foreman, a YouTube show where him and his good buddy Mark Cooper Jones, they, I hope I've got his name right, I'm doing it from memory because I didn't make enough notes. They talk about maps, they talk about weird things like time zones. There's a great video asking people on the street in the UK where do they think the north of the UK is, and there's some people who just draw a line at like literally Scotland, and we're like, well, I guess technically. And there's some people who have it really, really south.
The north should start at Middlesbrough.
And then they work out, I think they bring that up, and they work out where in terms of land mass the middle is, where in terms of height the middle is, all kinds of stuff like that. So yeah, really fun series. Their adverts are also really funny, which is nice. Go watch Map Men. They're on YouTube. They're fun. I like them. I like Jay Foreman. He's been on 2 of my shows. If you want to hear
He's cool.
He's cool. If you want to hear an interview with Jay Foreman, you can find the LT Guitarist podcast on Spotify and some other podcast places, and also my channel on YouTube. Yeah, Ben, I'm plugging another show. What are you going to do about it?
You do another podcast?
Yeah, it's the Me Show.
Without me?
Yes, that's the whole point.
People watch it?
No, they listen to it because it's a podcast.
Well, I'm glad, because otherwise, oof.
You can also watch the interview.
We were about to have words, my friend. Words.
Formatting being the key word. There's also, there's a video version of the interview as well on YouTube, but that's not a podcast, so I don't know what you want from me. Ben, you got a plug?
I do got a plug, and it's something that you've plugged previously.
Oh, I don't think that counts.
Well,
is it Map Men?
What I'm doing? Huh?
Is it Map Men?
It's not Map Men. It is
amazing.
questing time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Liam put me onto questing time much earlier this year. It's comedians playing Dungeons and Dragons. Season 1 is all on YouTube. I'm almost caught up on Twitch.
You're ploughing through them. You're doing really well.
I am that is my main hobby now.
Cool.
Is catching up, and as soon as I catch up and I'm going to hit it's only once a week, I'm gonna either become so much more productive or just crawl inside a shell of myself.
It's once a week, but they also have like the there's extra shows. So the host Paul Foxcroft, ex conversation at guest Paul Foxcroft, he does a show called Dragony Aunt, which is just Dungeons and Dragons Q&A every week as well, and a lot of it is like extracurricular chatter about the Questing Time show as well. So you'll have that. There's an offshoot as well that has just started. So like you'll have plenty of stuff to watch. You're not going to run out. You'll be fine. You'll have nearly a week's worth of content even when you're caught up.
And I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, man.
So, what Liam just said.
Hello.
What I just said.
Those things.
It's good. It's fun. Particularly if like people still aren't really going out as much as used to. It feels like it's got a nice little community. It's nice to have. It's nice, cool, chilled out fantasy escapism.
Yeah, totally. Me and Laura got into Questing Time. I think maybe June of last year, when they were a few months in at that point, but we got in when there was a one-off show which had Nish Kumar,
Sarah Pascoe,
I think. Yeah, and a couple other people I can't remember because it's so long ago. And we watched that and we were like, "This is incredible." And then we realized, oh, there's actually a show. So then we caught up, and it took us like 2 or 3 months to catch up on episodes. So like not quite the mammoth journey that Ben has been doing. And since
I think I had 8 months.
Yeah. Since then, we've been quite active in like the Discord and the community. It's a nice little group of people. Yeah, I think I don't know if we have the number. Oh, we might be able to raid one of the Questing Time crew if we wanna wrap up, Ben.
Mm.
Yeah.
What a fantastic little video! That wasn't planned.
We don't know what we're doing.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Ben.
Me.
Where do you like? It says it under your face right now, but where do you hang out online? Other side.
Here.
You have to say it out loud for the podcast.
Oh yeah, Instagram. At Spike Pierson. That's Pierson. It's just pictures of me doing stuff.
That's what Instagram is. Yeah. I am at LT Guitarist on all the things. I spend most of my time on Twitter for some reason. You can find the conversation at Convo Hat Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We do these live streams every month, so if you're watching the live stream right now, there will be another one in a month's time. If you're listening to the podcast of this live stream, there will be a live stream in 3 weeks, and there will also be a gaming live stream of some kind in 2 weeks. I have finished Wolfenstein: The New Colossus, so I might go do some of like the little mop-up quests or the DLC or something. Don't know, haven't decided, not really thought about it. Our Discord is a cool place to hang out. There are links to the Discord all through the live stream chat, and we also post them real often on Twitter. So go find the Discord.
Say a thing.
What do you want to say, Ben?
Should be podcast and streamy people.
Oh God.
We are going to have a meeting at some point over the next month and decide the next 6 or 7 live stream topics.
Yes.
And you can't have any part in doing that, audience. It's just us. Go fuck yourselves.
Just us. Don't try and
I'm
join
kidding.
the team.
If there's something, there's a suggest. Throw suggestions. It's on Facebook, Twitter, or any of the social media things, or do it in the Discord.
Yeah, we the same way that we take suggestions for like topics for the hat for the main podcast, we'll take suggestions for live stream topics. It can be stuff we don't know anything about, like quantum physics. Apparently, it can be stuff that we do all the time. If you want to do like a bunch of Q&As about the hat itself, why we are indentured servants towards the hat, you know, we're happy to talk about the meta narrative. I mean, the real things that are happening, all of that stuff. So as Ben said, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, just send us a message through any of the bullshit and we'll get back to you. Lastly, thanks to our Patreon supporters who've helped us develop the show over the years. Patrons get early access to episodes. They get a single exclusive mini... Oh, piss in my head.
Do you want to try that again?
Thank you. Patrons get early access...
Give us money on Patreon so Liam can get speech therapy.
I don't need speech therapy. I need a better quality of life.
Give us money so Liam can have a better quality of life.
In exchange for your money, you get early access to episodes and one exclusive single question mini episode every month. You're welcome. Right.
If you give us enough money, we'll send you badges and shit.
Yeah. If you send us 50 quid, we're actually going to poo in a box and post it to you. It's going to be weird, but it is going to happen.
Send us £100 and we'll eat well before we send you a shit in a box.
I'm going to hit stop on the record. So bye.
Spicy chai bunny. Yes! I want the...
Spicy chai bunny has specific needs. I'm pressing stop. I'm going to press some buttons now. So on Twitch,
Goodbye,
I hope that we are able to stream Hiberno Way. Hiberno Way has a weird habit of reading through Wikipedia entries. That's sort of his whole thing.
Quite fun.
Say hello, tell him who sent you. If I can work out the buttons. I can't work out the buttons. I'm bad at this. No, it's this button here.
Press the button.
Start raid. So say hello, be nice, and all that stuff. And I'm also gonna end the stream when the raid happens. So thank you so much.
Thanks for hanging out, babies. We'll see you soon.
We could be raiding already. I don't really know how it works.
We are already raiding. We didn't get to say goodbye.
See you later,
but
YouTube.
I'm waving.
YouTube, you're my real favourite, okay? You got it?
Don't tell Twitch.
Alright, toodaloo.
Politicians.
About knaves, they liars, they steal and they're known to misbehave. They will tell you that they can take all your secrets to the grave, but they will speak them to the world for the attention that they crave. The only kind of person that could ever trust a knave would be another knave. Additional knave. Hey, look over there, it's a pair of knaves, both loathsome and hateful and